Mitch McConnell has announced his own retirement at the end of this session. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. We're going to do all things Mitch McConnell with a quick follow-up. Is he going to vote for Kash Patel? He is basically leaving office because he would lose the next election, I predict, if he did stay in. His time is done and gone. Goodbye, Mitch McConnell. Don't let the Lord hit you where the door split. Oh, man, I really blew that one. Here's the Fox News announcement.
We've got some breaking news. Former Senate Majority Leader and Kentucky Republican Mitch McConnell is not going to seek re-election in 2026.
Correct.
He's 83 years old right now. Right now, the Senate is voting to advance the nomination of Kash Patel for FBI director. Maybe we hear from McConnell on the floor in the midst of this.
Yeah, we're going to hear from McConnell on the floor. It's pretty unfortunate. What's holding this guy together?
I've never liked calling too much attention to today's date, February 20th. But I figured my birthday would be as good a day as any to share with our colleagues a decision I made last year. During my time in the Senate, I've only really answered to two constituencies, the Republican Conference and the people of Kentucky. Over the years, the first group trusted me to coordinate campaigns, to count votes, to steer committees, to take the majority, and on 9 occasions, to lead our conference. Serving as a Republican leader was a rare and, yes, rather specific childhood dream.
And taking money from China.
And just about a year ago, I thanked my colleagues for their confidence, which allowed me to fulfill it. To the distinguished members of this body, I've had the privilege to lead, and I remain deeply, deeply grateful. Today, however, it's appropriate for me to speak about an even deeper allegiance and even longer standing gratitude. 7 times, my fellow Kentuckians have sent me to the Senate. Every day in between, I've been humbled by the trust they placed in me to do their business right here.
And did they send you there to vote no on Pete Hegseth? You know, I've had enough of this guy. I've got 2 more minutes of video to show on this guy's way out. I have nothing for you. In fact, I do have something for him. I'm thankful that he helped save the Supreme Court. Years ago, he helped keep those seats open so that Trump could make another appointment. Good on you, Mitch McConnell. Outside of that, you should have retired long ago. You're a sellout. You're probably a criminal. That doesn't make you 100% of a criminal. You know, criminals know they have to do good every once in a while just to get by in society. So yeah, you still did some good, but overall, your time and your form of Republican leadership is a thing of the past, a distant past. Now, who will get this guy's seat? We're going to go into a couple of names that have been brought up. 2 of them really quick that I've heard just off the top of my head is Thomas Massie of Kentucky could run for that seat. And James Comer, we've seen him as, you know, part of that Judiciary Committee with Jim Jordan, could also run for this seat. There's one other name that I'll bring up before the show is done, just to let you guys know this seat's going to be contested, hotly contested. And Kentucky, it should be a slam dunk for any Republican. Here's Mitch McConnell's time in office. According to Doge News, Department of Government Efficiency, Mitch McConnell's annual salary was $193,000 a year. His estimated net worth is $95 million. Should Doge investigate? We could run a Doge investigation on where his money came from. Came from his wife, who's the heiress to a massive Chinese family that do shipping back and forth with America. And he did all that backroom deal, marriage purely of convenience. Okay. Now on Kash Patel, because we're still going to find out about that vote that I believe this episode should air, and we'll know where Kash Patel lands on that. But here's Susan Collins doing her normal Susan Collins thing. Mitch McConnell put Susan Collins into place as appropriations chair for a purpose, We were all watching Thune when McConnell went with an alternative for optimal opposition. Breaking, Senator Susan Collins, Republican of Maine, is a no on Kash Patel for FBI director. She says, quote, Mr. Patel's recent political profile undermines his ability to serve in the apolitical role of director of FBI. Now, I could go down this list of comments, but it would probably be full of so many cuss words I'd have to edit this show. Here's Jack Posobiec on Twitter. McConnell is retiring, and Daniel Cameron of Kentucky, is running to replace him. Here's Cameron on Mitch McConnell. Should we replace Mitch with his hand-picked protege? He says, quote, when I first met him, Mitch McConnell, I knew he was somebody I wanted to emulate. I have held him in high regard since the first time I met him. Now, is that just being Southern manners polite? Or is this guy not someone who we can trust in Kentucky? That would be very interesting. Anyone who Mitch McConnell is for in general, I don't think he has the political philosophy that would make me lean toward him. What do you guys think? Otherwise, we could take a pick between Thomas Massie, who I'm kind of into. How about you? I think he's probably not quite as MAGA as James Comer. James Comer's done great work. Jim Comer on that committee with Jim Jordan. I like him too. In a way, he's a little more, I think, center core MAGA. And Thomas Massie has gone against the president quite a bit. So, but I'm okay with either one. I really like Thomas Massie just as a guy. Overall, I trust him a lot. So let me know what you guys think. Are you guys glad this is the tragic collapsing end of Mitch McConnell? He could not win an eighth time. I don't know if he'd survive an eighth term, but he probably couldn't have won. So he decided to step down, and that's the Mitch McConnell news. I don't think we'll be doing many more shows on him until he's finally stepped down from his position of shame.
We're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators, because we're actually going to use the Constitution to prosecute them for crimes they said we have always been guilty of, but never have.
The yeas are 51. The nays are 49. The confirmation is confirmed.
All right, we have an FBI director, Kash Patel, getting 51 votes in a Senate-wide confirmation vote just a moment ago to 49 noes, which means that 2 Republican senators did not vote for him.
Good afternoon, John. Well, Bernie Moreno, the Republican senator from Ohio, just read the vote total, 51 to 49. Mitch McConnell, the former Republican leader who announced his retirement earlier today, he voted yes. Some people thought he might vote no.
I'm Doug in exile.